Hooray! Sleepless nights equal more chapters. Because if I'm gonna be awake, I might as well be productive. So, we are on. Oh, wait. Intro. So, welcome back to Academy After Dark. We are on chapter 21 Resonance with the Outside World. And let's see what we have here. It appears to be a crime scene. This morning in Zebuth Town on Igny Street, A. Thompson's gazelle. A Thompson's gazelle by the name of Rena was found murdered on the sidewalk. With the bite wounds found on her throat, it is suspected that she was killed by a group of carnivores. Oh wow. Rena was age 22 when she was murdered. Devoured. This wasn't just a murdering, it was a devouring. Oh wow, that's pretty crazy. So, this is outside of school, right? So I'm wondering. Okay, so this is the question I had before. I was wondering if what Lugosi has, he struggles with his instincts. The only reason I believe he hasn't turned out worse is because there's societal pressure. He's in a school setting, right? So there's societal pressure on him to act a certain way and behave a certain way. So there's a reason for him to keep face. So he doesn't get in trouble and ruin his social standing. And plus, he's a genuinely nice dude. It just so happens that he has this issue he was born with. Actually, no, that's kind of disingenuous to say that. Him being born a carnivore and being born with these urges, I wouldn't even call that an issue. It's just a biological need that he has. So, when I see predations like this is just what happens in nature. You have predators and you have prey, circle of life stuff like that. You know, uh, the what's it called? What did Mufasa say? He's like the antelope eats the grass and the lion eats the antelope. Why would that be any different? And they said meat is forbidden, right? So you have other groups of carnivores out there in this world that have a craving for meat, and if they can't get it, wouldn't they default into their natural like instinct to hunt and get that and get meat in their system? So I don't think like eggs and beans and bread is enough to cut it at times. Because if you've ever had cravings before, like just cravings for something in general, say like if you were dieting, it is hard. And if you're an animal and you're first, you naturally fall back on your instincts to just, to eat your base desires. And as we saw with Lugosi, sometimes that can outweigh reason. And we saw him struggle with that firsthand when he was right about to eat Haru. So, we are back with the 701 boys. So, they were watching that scene on TV. I bet this is the news, right? Yeah, it's the news. So, free time after school. The suspected group of carnivores are currently on the run with the police. According to witnesses, there were four carnivores that consisted of two gray wolves and two coyotes, and the carnivores deliberately cornered Rena before killing her. Oh, that's awkward. Oh, these are herbivores right here. And then the 701 boys are dogs, so. And Lugosi's a gray wolf. He bet he's about to get some stigma from that. Oof. Let's see what he says about it. A, a canine sociability and unity. Those traits alone are worthy of envy from other species, but those traits can cause great grief when used in an atrocious manner. Zebuth City, huh? That's close by. Yeah, and another death. Yeah, seriously. Ah, poor Jack. Yeah, seriously. There's always freaky incidents happening in the outside world. Yeah. Yep, and that ain't good. I'm going back to my dorm. You guys win, okay? What? We were actually just about to lose. Aw, it's clear from their faces. Poor Jack. Aw, they don't feel comfortable around them because they're carnivores. Especially Legosi, since he's a gray wolf, and there were two perpetrators that were gray wolves there. But I don't think it's more so Jack. Jack is a dog, right? But even still, Jack is much more sociable than Legosi. Legosi is used to it though. It still upsets him right here, as you can see. But I think Jack took it a little bit harder. To be honest, carnivores should be used to this by now. Jack, help me put all this stuff away so we can get going. Legosi, do you have club today? Yeah, in about an hour. The incidents that happen outside the school always influence the students for the remainder of the day. Hey, what are you looking at? Rrr, woof, woof. Stop it, Durham. How long is he gonna keep doing that? It's fine. Give him 2 days and those dumbasses will treat it like it never happened. Sorry, I forgot my backpack, guys. You guys go on ahead. You're such a nut. Yeah, we'll see ya. He really... Did he really forget his backpack? I don't see it on the... Okay, whatever. So continuing on. Goes he's on his own now. I wonder what Haru thinks about it. I wonder what Haru thinks about the news. Hey Juno, did you hear the news? It's all over the internet. Hey, stop it. Check it out. The leader of the canine group is clearly a gray wolf. Scary, ain't it? But I'm not like them. Juno. I've heard that name before. I think I saw her on the cover of one of the volumes. Is this her? Let's see. They sure don't look like friends. Judging from their size, they're probably first years. Oh, but everyone thinks you are. You're a gray wolf. Show us what you're made of. I bet you can get along with a lot of herbivores under your finger if you wanted to. Interesting. How should I save her? Hey you. Nah, that won't work. I probably shouldn't even interfere since I don't even know where to begin with. But I need to do something. I can't think. I'm starting to get cold sweat. Sorry. What? I'm her brother. Do you need something? Your brother? Yeah. Oh, this is Juno. You're a good looking wolf. Huh. Oh, shoot, she looks nothing like me. She's actually a really good looking wolf. Love the curly hair, feminine charm. Different pupils though. Lugosi has small pupils compared to Juno. I wonder if that's just a female difference between them. Uh, what's it called? A gender difference between them. Like females have bigger pupils and males have smaller pupils, or is this just Lugosi centric? Anyway, you're lying. She looks nothing like you. Yeah, that's right. Uh huh. I take after my dad, and she takes after my mom. Are you okay? Yeah, thank you, brother. Oni means brother. So anyway, phew, they're finally gone. Sorry for lying back there. They still didn't believe me. No, you still saved me, thank you. I'm a gray wolf too, so I couldn't just ignore you. It happens a lot, you know. You get bullied after a bad news report. You're a first year, right? You'll get used to it once you enter second year. Do we have to get used to this? That's kind of a tough thing to say, saying, hey, you'll get used to bullying whenever an incident happens hadn't that you weren't even a part of. Like you're just guilty. That's messed up because you're guilty by default just for someone else did. You just happen to be the same race or species as them, and then suddenly your species or group has this negative stigma. Even if you weren't involved personally, it becomes personal to you because people look at you a certain way and stare. That's how stereotypes happen. So that's pretty sad. This is way worse than middle school. This bullying is too horrible. First time seeing a girl cry up close. It's so frustrating. I hate that I have to suffer like this. I think it's very important that you're frustrated about it. Uh-oh. I got tired of being frustrated after a while, so I just pretend it doesn't bother me. So the fact that you're willing to feel frustrated makes you very strong. Oh, can you get up? Did I say something really weird just now? It sounded kind of pretentious. Well, it kind of did sound pretentious because if something's bothering you, especially like bullying, like what was going on with Juno, like Legosi has the stature to stand up for himself a lot more, right? Just pretending it doesn't exist and waiting for the problem to go away is not the right move. Sometimes. Like, I don't know if that's pacifism I'm hearing from him, but I personally don't agree with it all the time. But I will say there is a time and place to actually use your strength and take action. And Lugosi's and Juno, since they're both gray wolves, they're actually one of the strongest in their species. I think they're at the top. So, hmm. So anyway, well, I've got to go this way. Take care. You're Lugosi from the stage crew, right? I'm actually a new member of the drama club. My name is Juno. I've always known about you, Lugosi. What? Really? I'm sorry. I don't really know all the new members too well. Oh well, I'm on the actors team, so it's normal that you don't know me. Don't worry. Oh, so she's like with Louie and stuff now. Okay. When I joined the club, I heard from Shira that there was a gray wolf just like me, a second year named Lugosi. She told me that you were a kind wolf. I'm glad that she turned out to be right. Oh, I don't know. We're the same species, so please talk to me without restraint. Well, it is strange to talk to an underclassman in polite speak. Alright, so are you coming to the club today? No, only second years are supposed to show up. Uh, this is interesting. So if it wasn't... Oh, that's interesting. So if it wasn't Haru, it would have been Juno. Like him interacting with her because she's getting kind of. I wonder if she's impressed how Legosi stood up for her, female, right? So, just that small gesture of kindness because he didn't have to do that, but he did. So I'm wondering if this is gonna open up another connection for Legosi, if starts liking him a little bit since they're gonna be spending a little bit more time together. Maybe we'll see. Alright, we're in Louis. We're back in Drama Club. Okay. Alright, the second year members, I've said we'll go out after school to have a meeting with the planners for the Meteor Festival. Got it? Why only carnivores? Why are only carnivore members going? Oh, the herbivores are confined. I bet it has to do with that predation event that happened, so they're at risk if they go out. We herbivores want to go too. That won't work. Didn't you see the news? Herbivores have to stay on school grounds for all activities until they catch the group that killed that gazelle. Sheesh. Okay, called it. Nice. You should all know how dangerous it is when carnivores lose their sense of reason. That's a callback. Wow. Still throwing shade. There he goes again. How long is he going to keep that over our heads? It's because the second performance that my recovery time has been extended to half a month. Oh, and one more thing. Uh, okay, so there was. I like how that got called back to. Actions have consequences. I love when small stuff in stories that seem kind of trivial or meaningless actually come back in ways, right? So, because Louis had to step in to help Lugosi when Bill was about to finish him on the stage, it extended his recovery time because he wasn't supposed to put any more pressure onto his leg. I mean, well, his foot. So, I like that it's affecting Louis now, even though that happened chapters ago. It's not like, oh, they're just instantly healed. No, he still has problems with his foot. So that's good. I like seeing stuff like that. Just like Legosi still has scars on his back. Wonderful. Oh, and one more thing. Do not enter the ghetto. What's he mean by ghetto? The ghetto? They have no idea. Bill doesn't know. This bird guy doesn't. Is he a eagle? Looks like an eagle. No, they have no idea. Really? Is there really a ghetto in there? No way. Really? I heard they sell herbivore blood and meat. Huh? What era are you living in? The ghetto is just a red light district that sells porn mags to carnivores. Well, that's plenty reason for us to be thankful for it. Freaking Bill right here. I don't care what he did. I still like Bill. He has that pride about him. Again, he reminds me of one of my friends from college, one of my fraternity brothers, who ironically his name is Bill. So, and he acts just like him. It's kind of uncanny. I'll have to show him what I mean, but he seems like he gets around with females. So let's see, because he's obviously comfortable talking to this girl right here. Oh, and she's a herbivore too. Let's see. Anyway, I'll get you something to eat from one striped animal to another. What? Don't touch me. You're gross. Stop it. Your arm's heavy. Meeting's over. Go back to your dorms, guys. That's Bill's special skill. Bald Eagle second year. Oh, we have a name. Bald Eagle second year Aoba. So that's Aoba, not Aoba. It's Aoba. There we go. Well, I sure can't do that. Yeah, let's get going. It's been a while since I got out of school. I'm pretty excited. Hey, hmm? Have you been to the ghetto before? Ah, sounds like you've never been there before. Tomorrow, at least. Show you where it is. You're bound to go there someday when you've turned into a full-grown carnivore. The school is up on a hill, so from here the city looks blurry and opaque. Only when I look closely behind the glass can I see it clearly. The city is illuminated by glimmering lights. It is brilliant enough to make me think that all is right and everything is in balance. Ah man, just because he said that, it makes sense that Legosi would think that because from what I gather, they spend most of their time at school. I don't think they even go home. I don't know if that's an option if it is a boarding school, but Legosi has he's still a kid, so the darker things that go on in the city, like the predation events that happen, um, and general like darkness, like underworld stuff, he doesn't know any better yet. It makes perfect sense. He's still in his box. He hasn't expanded his horizons. So, and when they're talking about this ghetto, I'm actually curious to know more about what that is. But they said they sell. Actually, the girl said it. They sell herbivore blood and meat. I wonder if she knows that's what they actually do, or are they just speculating? Louis didn't want them going there at all, and I guess that is what they do because Aoba just kind of confirmed that said that when Lego sees a full-grown carnivore, he's bound to make use of it. He's bound to go there someday. So is that where they? All right. So I guess that may have answered my questions. It'll probably be confirmed in a couple more chapters. But if they do get meat and stuff there, that would imply that Legosi's condition, how how it affects him, it affects other people. So if they have for in order for a society to function, you have to have people that are not complacent, I would say kind of obedient in a sense, right? Their needs have to be met. So so I'm wondering, say like if someone like Legosi has cravings for meat, right? And they kind of need it and their hunger is getting too big, something that eggs and bread or rice or whatever can't satisfy. Is it then that they would go to this ghetto and get like herbivore blood and meat so they can satiate themselves so they can continue to function in society? I wonder if that's the case, because that would make a lot of sense, because them eating meat is a biological need. I mean, sure there are substitutes, but even so, animals are hardwired for a certain food, you know, a certain type of sustenance. They crave it. So I can't wait for that to be answered. I could keep going, but I'm just gonna save it for the next chapter, and can't wait to see what happens. So I will see you then.